Whenever you're at Hobby Lobby, be sure to check out the clearance aisles. And I found this picture that I really don't like, but I knew it was going to make for a great surface for me to create my own picture. So the first thing we need to do is cover up what's already there, and I'm using the Rethunk Junk by Laura Color peacock feather, and then some birch in the middle, and then I'm going to take my fine mist spray bottle, give it a little misting, and start pulling those colors together. I do this twice. I go vertical, horizontal, vertical, and horizontal to get a nice soft blending of colors. I use a light hand as I'm pulling the brush across, and it works beautifully. One coat of paint and it's ready. I'm going to set that aside and let it dry, and once it's dry, I'm going to come back with the new Iron Orchid Design stamp called The Waltz, which is a sheet of music. I'm going to stamp it with the Iron Orchid Design mixing white ink. Wipe off that overflow, and then stamp it onto my background. Place your stamp down, hold it with one hand, and then gently go over all of the inked areas, switching hands and holding that stamp as still as possible. And I love this for a background. I will be using this stamp a lot. Now let's decide what to put on it. Let's look at the new Menagerie transfer pad that has a lot of cool things in it. Bird cages and birds and branches and all kinds of great stuff. Some fruit. I'm going to go with these 3 birds. I love that I can just pick and choose and use all of the transfer on one big piece or just spread it out over little pieces. And I like that I can mix and match my transfers. So I'm going to, after we get these birds on here, I'm going to add a little bit of a gilded transfer. And I recently discovered by accident a way to transfer the gilded transfers so much easier. And it's simply by using a nail file. It works fantastic. You'll see in just a minute. So let's get these birds on here, and oh, those are perfect because music behind them, birds chirping and singing in the trees. Now let's add that little piece of gilded, and the reason I like to use the nail file is because I can see all of the area that I've gone over. When I just use the stick, it's not always real clear if the transfer has come off underneath it. But when I go over this with the nail file, I can tell that all of the area has released, and I am getting consistently good transfer results with the gilded transfers. Perfect piece for that spot. Now I got a little empty space up there at the top I want to fill in, so I'm going to go back to the Menagerie, but I didn't really see anything in here that I thought would work for that space. So let's look at the new Saint Germain and see if we can find something in here, which I think we can. Oh, that's a little too big. Let's go back to it. It does have some corner type pieces, and I really like this one because it has the same sort of leafiness that the birds, the tree or the branch that the birds are sitting on, and there's 2 of them. So let's cut these out and see how they'll work. Peel that white backing off and make sure you have it where you want it before you place it down, because once it touches your surface, it's going to start to stick. And then get your rubbing tool and apply your transfer. I will not be putting any additional sealer on this because it's just not needed. And look how beautiful this turns out.